Well, the weather outside is frightful.
And the Christmas cookies are oh so delightful.
They sure do look good. Say! Cracker?
How are we supposed to do that? We are separated by the Atlantic Ocean.
You always have to bring logistics into things.
But you know what we could do? We could watch a movie.
Yes, excellent idea. A wonderful Christmas movie. And what's more is I have the perfect one in mind. It has comedy, charm, and plenty of Christmas corniness.
Oh, what is it?
I'll give you a hint. It's about this guy that's trying to get the perfect toy for his kid at Christmas. Only the entire town has gone nuts for it. So he finds himself in increasingly silly scenarios to try and procure this perfect present.
It's Jingle All the Way, isn't it? With Arnold Schwarzenegger and Turbo Man.
You got it, pal. Now all that's left is for me to put the right disc in, because I don't want to get it wrong and leave us stuck with that sucky Jingle All the Way 2 or anything. Oh, bollocks.
How did you get that wrong?
I may need a new prescription. Well, Jingle All the Way 2. We're stuck with it now.
Can't you just, swap the discs over or something?
I could, but Jingle All the Way 2 is in the title of the video, so we kind of have to do it.
Ugh. Christmas with Larry the Cable Guy. Alright, let's do it.
Yes, Larry the Cable Guy picks up the Jingle All the Way reins from Arnold Schwarzenegger and gives us Jingle All the Way 2.
Which in every way is a dubbed down version of the first one.
Remarkable when you think about it, because the first movie is a cheesy Arnold Christmas flick that is in no way a complex movie, yet this is its half-brained cousin.
And produced by WWE.
I feel unsafe. Okay, so the movie revolves around Larry here, who has a kid called Noel, because Christmas.
Yes, very festive. Clever writing.
To be fair to this movie, I do like the kid. She generally acts like a kid would act, rather than acting like a scripted robot.
Yes, I will give you that. She wasn't bad at all. Played very well by Kennedy Clements. The problem isn't so much the kid, it's, well, the comedy. This movie just isn't that funny, which would be fine, except it's a comedy. Okay, so Noelle has been spending the weekend with Larry, and Larry is now taking her home to her mother and stepfather, who are played by Kirsten Robeck and Brian Stepanek.
Let me tell you about these two characters. They are downright just... okay? Just okay?
I agree. The mother just feels present in this movie. The focus is certainly on the stepdad Victor. When Larry brings Noelle home, it is obvious that Larry and Victor do not like one another.
Yes, they are very different people indeed.
Victor spends his time working and therefore has a lot of money and can afford to give Noelle all these expensive things. Whereas Larry is a part-time truck driver that loves sleeping in, who doesn't? But being part-time means he is free to spend more time with Noelle.
Which means, quite naturally, they are jealous of each other. And they start competing for who can give Noelle the best Christmas. Whether that be by Victor having a wonderful set of Christmas lights playfully decorated around his home. Then we see Larry's attempt.
The grand finale, as they say in France, the peace of the resistance.
Am I in heaven? Hi, Victor.
Ah, yes! Very funny.
Oh, if you think that was good, get a load of this. they go shopping for Christmas trees, and they keep talking about and showing off the tree flocking, where they cover all the trees with fake snow.
Let me take a wild guess about what I think is going to happen. Let me guess. Larry stumbles carelessly into the flocking?
Yes, that's about the size of it.
Little girl's love ain't for sale for anybody. Oh, sorry. Hey! Yo, come in here! Turn it off! I can't see! Turn it off! Somebody turn this machine off! I can't! I can't!
Dad, what happened?
Well, I hope somebody got the license plate of that pigeon.
Oh, this is such a beautiful display of classic slapstick comedy with brilliant line delivery and excellent comedic timing.
Do you really think so?
No, I thought it was shit. Oh, Jesus Christ, sorry. I can't be saying things like that at Christmas. I thought there was room for improvement.
Yes, lots of room. In fact, you could say they flocked it up.
Really? Flocked it up?
Shut up, you're just jealous that you didn't think of it first.
Right, so moving swiftly on from that, Victor's just had a fake snow machine installed.
I'm gonna feel this in the morning. How are you even doing that?
You know, I actually like this scene.
It shows Victor not competing or trying to put Larry down, but just trying to have a bit of Christmas fun with his stepdaughter and bond with her. It is a short scene, but it is very well made. The music is nice, the films are warm and Christmassy.
Which, in my opinion, is what the movie should have focused a little bit more on. Because that's what makes a Christmas movie great, right?
You know what? Yeah, you're right. It is a good scene. And like you say, nice and Christmassy.
I had a lot of fun with you, Victor.
Me too.
You're almost as much fun as my dad.
Ouch!
Well, hurtful comments aside, because Victor has that fake snow machine and Noelle had fun using it, you know what that means? It's time for more petty jealousy!
What? How do you one up a fake snow machine? What is Larry gonna go do? Get some real snow or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ah, for the love of God and everything that's holy.
Yes, Larry has taken his truck and he and friend Claude are shoveling real snow into it, where he will drive it home and decorate the place with real snow.
And let me guess, water?
Yes, water.
Get ready to be bowled over.
Anybody got a towel?
Daddy?
Remarkably watertight, these trucks, aren't they?
Yes, a true miracle of engineering.
You know, the real problem with these jokes are they just keep cutting them before they get a chance to be funny. Larry gets electrocuted, gives a quick one-liner, then moves on. Larry gets flocked, gives a quick one-liner, then moves on. Larry gets drenched, gives a quick one-liner, then moves on. They need to let these things sink in, give them the time they need to be funny, because all of these jokes are classic slapstick jokes, which are fine, but the execution is killing them. No pun intended.
So we're in agreement. This movie does not work as a comedy.
Agreed. The movie's plot takes a real jump forward when Noelle asks Larry to post her letter to Santa.
But instead of posting it, he reads it so he can get her the perfect Christmas present and truly outdo Victor.
He is having a hard time reading the letter, but comes to the conclusion that it must be this new talking Harrison bear that all the kids are going crazy for this Christmas.
Is this year's Turbo Man?
Yeah, not as cool as Turbo Man, is it?
Nope, not in the slightest.
It's Turbo!
So Larry is dead set on buying the Harrison bear, but all does not go to plan. As shock of shocks, the most enigmatic toy store retail worker on the planet, named Jeffrey, played really well by Matty Finocchio, informs Larry that they have sold out. Hope is not completely lost though, as they will have more stock in the morning.
But a dastardly plan has been hatched by Victor.
He got wind that Noelle wrote a letter to Santa, and that she asked Larry to post it, and figured that Larry will have to read it. So he tasked his most trusted employee, Welly, played by Eric Brecker, to find out what Larry is trying to buy and make sure he cannot do it, which involves him buying every Harrison bear in bulk before Larry has a chance to.
These people have way too much time on their hands. Larry searches the toy store high and low, but with no Harrison bear in sight. My dear Phantom, you know what this is missing?
Good writing?
It is missing that mad, chaotic retail rush that was showcased so brilliantly in the first movie. In that film, it is actually fun to watch Arnold race through toy stores and to see everyone go absolutely bonkers to get this toy, which was certainly a comedic exaggeration of what Christmas shopping is like. But here, there's none of that. Yes, there are large queues, quirky retail workers, but you never feel that ridiculous obsession to get this toy. At least not as much as you did in the first movie.
You're right, it doesn't hit the same mark.
Which would be fine if it was a different story, but is the exact same story, just lower in quality.
Larry is feeling down in the dumps when he sees two ladies carrying a Harrison bear. When he tries to ask them where they got it, they go crazy and kick him in the nuts.
Huh? That'll teach ya. Don't mess with a senior.
A slight admission of enjoyability must be confessed upon here. I like these two. They are legit funny. There is just something about the whole identical twin gag that got me with this one. It reminds me of other twins out of other family favourite comedies, like the two kids from The Simpsons, or The Shining.
Yeah, they gotta laugh. You know, maybe this movie isn't all that bad.
Of course, though, every time this movie does something that's actually funny, it doubles down on dropping the ball.
Larry sees that a Harrison bear is a prize in the Ride the Bucking Bull competition, where, because Christmas, they must dress as Santa and see how long they can stay on before being bucked off.
Yes, all the contenders fall off easily and quickly, but Larry has a cunning plan.
Ooh, I do love a cunning plan. Tell me, is it as cunning as a fox, what used to be Professor Cunning at Cunning University, but has since moved on to be head of the International Agency of Cunning Planning?
No, it's not. It's Jingle all the way too. He just sprays super glue all over his ass and just goes for it.
Oh, that does not feel like it would work.
He's done it in 31 seconds! We got a new champion! We got it!
Holy reindeer shit, he actually won?
You have won yourself a weekend for two in the beautiful, romantic Pocono Mountains!
Pocono?
Lower now, in second place, rider number 7, you have won Harrison the Talking Bear!
Okay, I've got to admit that's pretty funny. I mean, the whole super glue, watching him go crazy on the ball, seeing Welling pay them off to speed it up so that he goes flying off of it, that part wasn't funny, so they still dropped the ball. But finding out that the Harrison bear was in fact a runner-up prize, that got a laugh.
I think that might be because this movie's dumbed-down comedy is killing our brain cells, and we're only halfway in!
May God have mercy on us all.
Larry has a nightmare about the most popular toy in the world being a Victor Bear, and the second most popular being a Larry Bear, and then he wakes up.
Well done, movie, well done. You have successfully wasted our time.
Larry then sees one of those Santas where kids sit on their knee, say what they want for Christmas, and then they get a present. So of course, Larry dresses up as a stereotypical and unimaginative homeless guy, sits on his knee, and demands a Harrison bear.
As a matter of fact, I had some Mexican food last night and it's starting to bubble up on me. Oh, you better give me that bear because if I explode on you, you're gonna have to call Roto Rooter for some backup. Oh.
Give this guy his bear. Give him his bear.
And he actually gets one, but was tricked into giving it away to a kid that was working for Agent Welling.
This is just poorly written attempt after attempt after attempt to get this damn bear. Come on, can we just move on already?
Well, to be fair, we have but one failed attempt left. Are you curious as to what it is?
No.
Come on, where's your Christmas spirit?
Probably with that stupid talking bear.
Well, Phantom, I know you love Christmas, and if this movie has stolen your Christmas spirit and locked it up in a talking Harrison bear, don't you think we'd better find one?
My God, you're right. On with the show.
So easy to manipulate.
What?
No, you misheard. I didn't say that. I said, what a lovely day this is. Larry gets a deviously fiendish and mischievous phone call from a guy using a device to disguise his voice.
Larry Phillips.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Ooh, now that would make this movie a lot more fun.
Wouldn't it?
Larry is told to meet up with this mysterious stranger and bring $500 to buy a Harrison bear.
Oh, you will never guess who this turns out to be.
Hey, it's me.
Hey, it's that guy.
Yeah, it's only the most enigmatic toy store worker on the planet.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and a very happy winter solstice.
He is so chipper.
Right, so Jeffrey and his muscle dressed as an elf are getting ready to trade their black market Harrison doll for the cash.
Is it me, or is it just a bit that this movie is kind of ripping off that dodgy Santa con men scene from the first movie?
I mean, not exactly, but is essentially filling in for that scene. Just think about it. We have them trying to buy it at the toy store, trying to win it through a contest, and then through sheer desperation, almost being conned and ripped off to get one.
Basically, what I'm saying is that we are running out of ways to say that this movie is a complete knockoff.
Well said, Phantom. A cheap knockoff indeed. A knockoff of cheapness. A cheap knockoffery of...
Can I just stop you there?
Why? What is it?
Oh, nothing. I just really need you to stop talking.
The police arrest Jeffrey, and Larry catches on to Victor's scheme to buy all the bears.
Which means shenanigans are afoot. Earlier in the movie, Larry happened to overhear the words, Operation Who's Your Daddy? Which at the time meant nothing to him.
But with the story of some random guy snatching all the bears, Larry was able to piece it all together.
Larry visits Victor's company and hands a parcel over to the receptionist and tells her that this delivery is something to do with Operation Who's Your Daddy?
Victor believes this parcel is from Welling and puts it in with all the other bears.
Larry follows him in and rumbles his game.
They each grab a bear and race to the door, but the handle breaks off and they are both locked in there together.
Which is a shame because the entire town is gathering at the Christmas tree with their family waiting for them.
It's heart to heart time, isn't it?
Yes, it is that time indeed. They talk through their feelings and come to the realization that competing for Noelle's affection is silly and it has all gotten out of hand.
But something else is brewing.
A reporter has figured out that the Baxter's Box Company, which is the company that Victor owns, has bought up all the Harrison bears.
Yes, and the town is full of people desperately wanting one. The town turns on Agent Welling and they string him up on the nearest lamppost and cut out his intestines and then actually no, it's not that kind of film. But they are quite annoyed and cannot wait to express their profound dissatisfaction to Victor himself.
But Larry comes up with a plan.
Break out of the warehouse using a forklift truck and fill up a lorry with all the Harrison bears and have them out to the rest of the town as a gift.
And wait for it to all blow over.
What?
Nothing, just another pointless movie reference.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Yeah, boy!
So if the town pleases Punch with what appears to be a warm-hearted Christmas stunt for Victor and Larry, it is time for Christmas Day,
where they finally give a Harrison bear to Noelle. But guess what?
She never really wanted the talking bear at all, did she?
She said here, Dear Santa, for Christmas I want my family to get a Harrison. Love, Noelle.
No, Dad, what it says is, Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is my family together as one. Love me.
Uh-huh. I get it.
Me too. Together as one.
Well, would you Adam and Eve it?
To be fair, It isn't a bad ending.
It is full of Christmas cheer and family togetherness, but the twist was obvious, but I don't mind.
You know, most Christmas movies have that trope about it's not about the gift, it's about being with family and togetherness, you know? But I like that. I never get tired of it. It kind of makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, you know?
You know, for a guy who's dead, you are full of Christmas cheer.
Beats being dead inside.
Yeah, but I've been slowly trying to recover since after last season and Shark Exorcist. But, in all seriousness, when it is all said and done, Jingle All the Way 2, despite its reputation, wasn't quite as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, I was expecting a pretty unwatchable mess.
But the acting was decent, the set designs were good, and some of the jokes, a really big emphasis on the word some, were actually funny.
At best, this movie is a harmless, corny Christmas comedy.
And at worst, it's a cheap knockoff that no one ever really needs to see.
Yeah, this is kind of that Christmas movie you can put on in the background, you know, and not really pay much attention to it. It's just an ambiance thing, you know. But overall, I give the movie about 2 stars out of 5.
And I will give Jingle All the Way 2 a 3 out of 10. I clearly dislike it more than you, but it isn't horrible. It's just a bad Christmas comedy, but not so bad that I can drop it to a 2 or a 1 out of 10.
Take was that?
I'm warning you. I've watched The Matrix 37 times.
Let's play. Well, you need to get out of the house more.
I am the Phantom Reviewer, where my hell is to review, and I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes, thank you for joining us, Phantom. Please go and check out his channel, but in the meantime, you've been watching Good or Bad, and if you've enjoyed today's video, please hit those like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you next time. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year! And also all of those other things that extremely enigmatic toy store worker said.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and a very happy winter solstice.